baby! Varshan has a message from Charlian. Ah, Lily. One of my clerks was just here with a message for you. The students of Baldesion request your presence in Charlian at your earliest convenience. You stop that! You stop that! Also, hang on. Where is that thing? There we go. We'll put that there. There we go. Tab back in. If you've no pressing business, pray make your way to the Baldestian Annex at Arons. Aujika awaits your arrival. Also, don't mind the occasional cough. I'm still dealing with a cough since I had COVID a long way back. In the meantime, I shall continue showing Asjaya the city, from notable landmarks to the people's lives. There's still much and more for her to see. Square! Farewell for now, my friend. I look forward to the day we set forth on another adventure together. Yeah! Bye, babies! Alright. To Charlian. Also, was my voice picking up? I forgot to check. Yep, it is picking up. Yeah, it's just right there. I'll do the walksies. A warm and hearty welcome to you, Lily. I gather you received our message. Please wait here while I fetch Kryle and Graha. The boy! There they are! Thank you for coming on such short notice. And forgive us for sending for you so soon after your trial in the void. To say nothing of your grueling battle against the 12. Now then, we aren't actually the ones who require your presence, but Aaronville. He stopped by recently, you see, and asked us to reach out to you on his behalf. Whatever could he want? I imagine you're as surprised as we are, given that he was supposed to be away on a long expedition. Something must have necessitated a change in his plans. All he would tell me is that there is someone whom he wishes Lily to meet. He also mentioned that he would be tending to business at the studium. Shall we look for him there? Hell yeah. Bye-bye! To the studium. Look at all these nerds here watching awesome cutscenes. Aaronville's early return likely has something to do with this visitor. Who could it be, I wonder? I wonder. Now then, where is Aaronville? Howdy, howdy.
Apologies for the wait. I hope I haven't called you away from anything important.
Nah, we've all wrapped up. What do you need, friend?
I chanced upon some commissioned items at my destination, so I thought I might deliver them.
Where did you go, if I may ask?
The New World. Tural.
Tural!
You went to Tural? Then the person who you wish to introduce...
Aye, she hails from there. I present to you...
Well, it seems you've lost her.
Where'd she go?
Did she wander off?
There she is.
Sorry. It's just so different here. I can't help but want to explore.
Well, while you were exploring, your candidate came to us. This is her, the adventurer you crossed the seas to meet.
Ooh, you weren't exaggerating. It's plain she's no ordinary woman. I'm Utlamat, claimant to the throne of Tulihuela.
Look at her.
Tulihuela.
She's got constant cat face. Just a cheeky smile all the time.
It's Tural's governing nation. The capital bears the same name.
I'll get to the point. I want you to come with me to my homeland.
Elisa's just
Given
like,
the
whoa.
magnitude of the request, perhaps you should explain why you're making it?
Of course. Soon, an event of great import will be held in Tural. The right of succession, taking the form of a contest. It will determine who next ascends the throne. As daughter to its present keeper, I will participate. And I have every intention of winning. I was searching for champions to join me when Erenville told me about you. A mighty warrior who knows no fear, who sweeps aside terrible fiends as if they were reeds, who flew to the edge of existence and saved our star.
Lilith's just like, oh great. Getting pulled into another adventure. She almost looks sympathetic in this little shot here.
She
Erenville.
asked who Eorzea's greatest hero was, and so I told her. Much more elegantly, I might add.
Now you know why. You'll come to Tural, yes?
Wait, let's all just slow down. Wuklamat, was it? You claim to be of the royal family, but is it not the Mamulja who rule in Tural?
Tulihuela is a nation of many peoples. Not only the Mamulsha, as some across the seas are quick to assume. That said, its present ruler is a Mamulsha, and one blessed with two heads besides. He's also my father. Not by blood, obviously, but he raised me as his own, and that's what matters.
That's interesting.
So that is the way of it. My apologies if I was indelicate.
Aw, it's okay, Graha. You didn't know.
Hardly. I know little about your land, and nothing about your parentage.
Look at his face! He's just like, did you just shove me? He looks so indignant.
But in my eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself. I can't expect you to agree on the spot when we've only just met. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Just know, though, that if it's adventure you seek, you could do far worse than come with me.
The New World.
No, this is only a rumor. But apparently, the contest will involve the fabled city of gold and the legendary beast, Valiarmanda.
Valigarmanda. Holy shit!
Tell me that doesn't pique your interest.
Hell yeah! You have my complete attention.
We're going to get along, you and I. Tural has
I
no
like her.
shortage of unexplored frontiers and deadly fiends. You'll never want for excitement, I promise you.
I advise you not to put much store by these rumors. Golden cities are not but a dreamer's fancy.
Says the dreamer who was bent on finding one when he was a child. Just because you failed doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Ooh.
Tuliolal and the Golden City. Just like in the letter to Grandfather.
Regardless of what the contest may entail, it'll be no simple thing. If I'm to triumph, I'll need capable and dependable companions. So let's go on a hunt together. There's no better way to get acquainted.
Hunt. Hunt. Annabelle's just like, oh brother. So, where to for our first hunt? The stronger the prey, the better. That's the long and short of it. At the very least, I ask that you do go on this hunt of hers and take a measure for yourself. Annabelle. Talk to Graha. The chance to see not only Terrell, but the fabled Golden City besides. This is the stuff of grand adventures, my friend. Which is not to say you should hastily accept this invitation, mind. There's still a great deal we do not know. So, let us begin to rectify that by first getting acquainted with our visitor in the manner she suggests. I'm not certain what might be a suitable location for her hunt, however. When I was at the guild earlier, I learned about a petition from researchers on the Isle of Ham. You went there not long ago and called some unruly fauna, of course, but according to recent reports, other ordinarily docile fauna have grown savage. It's believed that they've been unsettled by some manner of predator, and so the researchers seek assistance with identifying and dispatching it as part of your hunt. Perhaps you might answer the petition. The isle isn't far, and we would also be helping those in need. That works for me. Just so you know, I've honed my skills against some of the fiercest beasts in Tirana. Whatever this creature is, it had better be able to put up a proper fight, or it'll end before we have the chance to get acquainted. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. And before we can prove ourselves capable and dependable companions... My apologies, but I must see to some preparations. Pray go on ahead to the isle. I'll join you as soon as possible. Do we get to see it? We get to see it! If the rest of you are ready, let us head to the harbor. This being guild ship business, it should be simple enough to secure a vessel. Eh. Let's go! Ba 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 ba. Looking at the Scholar's Harbor. Hi, Greg. Just making sure that wasn't a closer one. Almost took the wrong turn there. Oh, look at those people watching the cutscenes. Let me join them. Talk to these guys first. We have the loan of a ship from one of the captains. A cheery fellow. I can operate the vessel so we don't need to trouble him to take us. Cryle was acting a little strange, don't you think? This is just a simple hunt. I wonder what preparations she needs to make. So we have to take a ship? Ugh, and I've barely set foot on dry land. Oh well, I suppose it's good for a cause. It's for a good cause. A hunt! Come on, let's get going. Oh look, a crowd of people clustered around a single spot. I wonder where the quest step is. Let's do it.
From here, we must walk.
So much ice. It rivals even Yogg-Tural. Oh, a white bear! I wonder what it tastes like.
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
She is on a hunt.
I know.
Oh, she's cute.
So this is the isle where ether literally bursts forth.
Aye, the Isle of Ham. The geysers lie deep inland, however.
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing about this place.
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way.
Hang on.
He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
Stupid desk. One sec. Okay, that should hold. Sorry about that. The little shelf that my keyboard rests and the mouse rests on as well is a little bit shoddy, so after a time it kind of just tries to fall. And that's just what happened just now. It's fine though. We can continue.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
This brother of yours, he has been to Charlian.
He has. Kono's my second older brother. And until recently, he was a student in the city.
Mm-hmm.
He went on and on about technological amusements. It made me want to come here too one day. And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studium.
He went to the studium? Your brother must be quite a scholar. But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? With such a personage coming to Charlian to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
He consulted with the head of the studium beforehand, that his identity might remain secret. Being Mikote, he had no trouble blending in. He's adopted like me, you see. One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Yeah, Mikote. Makes sense.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can.
That is a big clue, that's for sure. That the brother in the art is
The researchers should be just ahead. There. The building to the northeast.
That's
So
an observatory.
ordinarily harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know what's got them riled up, but I'll take down any that thinks to try me. Right, let's hunt our fill.
And to the left you'll see the gay golems. God damn it.
Someone's in trouble.
Yeah, taste my axe.
These animals aren't usually so docile.
Don't kill Masu's extended family, no. This way? Speak with the hard-pressed surveyor. Okay. His great uncle Roger thrice removed. Oh, thank goodness you've come. I take it you're the one who answered our petition. Wait, aren't you? You are! Lily the adventurer who saved our star! Would that our meeting was under better circumstances. I was conducting a routine inspection of the transporter here when I suddenly found myself surrounded. You'll find more of the same across the chasm. Once docile animals grown strangely aggressive. My colleagues there can tell you more. If you give me just a moment, I can finish checking their equipment.
You really are famous.
My name gets around.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
Let's go! Whee!
Quite an interesting contraption you've got here.
Is that our petitioner? Let's go and have a chat.
If you've come to answer the petition, you should speak with my colleague here. The adventurer come to answer my petition, I presume. We're most fortunate to have one of your considerable skill here to aid us. A creature of unknown origins has been sighted on the island in recent days, and we believe its presence has affected the local fauna. The animals beyond this gate are the worst affected we've encountered thus far, though we dare not go back. Your task is to quell any threats you find and search for traces of the beast responsible for all this. If you should find anything, Anything at all, we will be most grateful if you could share it with us.
I'll handle this. Still.
Okay. Neat.
Is that all? Come on, let's pick up the creature's trail.
Ooh. Inspect. You find a ravaged beast remains, torn to shreds by sharp talons.
These claw marks. I've seen their like before. It's starting to feel like a proper hunt.
Ooh. Tattered plumage. A bird got frickin' annihilated here. You find feathers are scattered about the ground. There are signs of a fierce struggle.
Feathers. But did they belong to the predator or the prey?
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
You presume it's even safe to eat?
Man, the view. Animal leavings. Oh look, it's shit! The cloying stench of fresh leavings assails your nostrils. Whatever beast left them is likely still close by.
Still fresh. Whatever this beast, it cannot be far.
Oh, hello. More.
Upset we disturbed their home.
Who knows? If they're spoiling for a fight, they've got one.
Let's head back and report what we found.
Okay, it looks like they haven't been attacked. I gotta go around. Fuck. Where are you going? She's wandering. Oh. Oh, hello.
Powerful wings and razor-sharp talons. Worthy prey.
Oh! Is that fucking Toucan Sam?
Ah! What is that thing? It speaks?
It mimics. Cool.
It's heading towards the falls.
I'll stay with the researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
Bring it on.
Come, Waklamat.
Right.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh.
Just so we're clear, I wasn't startled by the beast earlier. It caught me by surprise, that's all.
forgive me, but I failed to see a difference.
You were caught in like a deer in headlights.
Let's be done with this so we can eat.
Ah, yes, food. You're a foodie too.
Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit!
Caca! Let's go!
Although you like birds, I'm going to have the last laugh. Oh, I'm going to enjoy sinking my teeth into you.
Wings unbound.
Shut up already, you blasted bird! Look out!
Oh,
I've never seen such an enormous colibri.
sticky spit.
Not good. Quickly, gather together. I've got you.
Break us free! Whee!
That was too close.
Steady now.
Damn.
Damn it.
Spread out, everyone!
Whee!
We'll pay for that.
My mouse.
Thank you.
Fuck to my rotation, man.
That was hardly a tickle. Try this.
Nice!
Nothing to it. We have you now, you loudmouth bastard!
I like her.
Have at it.
Duty complete.
And I had barely limbered up.
She's shaking.
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
I gotcha.
Only to be expected. You were pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt.
Oh,
But what a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks.
I like how Lily and Gra are just staring at it.
Dirty tricks, dirty tricks.
Aye, dirty and despicable. Otherwise, I could have easily...
Yeah?
Leave this to me.
Cryle! Let's see you in action, girl!
Have at you.
Kaboom! Hell yeah.
Cryle.
Oh, look at her!
I'm terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
She arrived as I was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
Oh, she's so happy.
So this is what you meant by seeing to preparations?
After hearing of the contest, I thought how wonderful it would be to join you. In coming here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wuklamut. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
True, but you made a, you finished off pretty flashy, yep.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance!
I'm glad to have been of service.
You're awesome, Cryle.
May I ask what inspired this change?
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Heidelin. Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar rather than join you. It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind again and again. That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft. As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute. And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer.
Oop. Cute.
With the esoteric art passed down by the legendary Archon realm, Pictomancy.
Word drop! Ha! Name! Realm.
As I recall, You have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style. What I do is much the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
Oh.
Indeed. I must say, you appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Yes, there is. This letter from Tuli Yolal. It was addressed to my grandfather Galuf and turned up among the students' archives. The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Jaja. Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant.
Oh.
What does the letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn Servant himself?
Just imagine the elf while we're here. He'll give art tips or criticize her work. Probably.
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
Being a member of the royal family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this.
Oh.
Given how culturally diverse Tuliyolal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed. But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one. The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no? This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If father had written this, it would have been in Turali. And what's more, it bears a wax seal. We don't bother with them.
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
I see. Oh, thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tuli Yolal. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there. In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
By all means. After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt. We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
Chimkin wings! Do we get the KFC emote? Please? Please?
We're eating that.
He was researching how to take 4 meters to crash into another dimension to combat an evil tree. Thinking of a different Gallup. Read, please. Oh, shit. Thanks to Book Lamont, we now know who sent the letter to Grandfather, among other things, but many questions still remain. I understand Kryle's feelings all too well. The desire to do one's part. It can be daunting to try and keep up. But nothing will change unless we take that first step. What an exciting hunt that was. And now it's time to savor the reward. With the wildfire pacified and the researcher safe, our task is complete. That just leaves the matter of the Colby Remy. For better or for worse, there's really only one place we can take it to here in Charlian. The Last Stand! Come on, let us see what Dickon can cook up for us. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Oh, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Well now, there's a famished face if I ever seen one. What can I get for you, Lily? We have a giant-ass bird that needs to be cooked. Oh, bird meat from the hunt, you say? Leave it to me. I have just the recipe. It's a new dish I recently learned from some sailors, and for you lot, it's on the house. Have as much as you like, you hear? Do we get to see the new dish? Do we get to see it? Ooh. Oh shit, look at that.
Come, come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together.
She's going all Monster Hunter.
I'd heard that Charlian cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
Curry.
What is this? Ooh, it smells spicy.
Curry.
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
According to Dickon,
She just died inside.
become popular in Razadhan after a traveller ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice.
Zero, no.
So he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Charlian.
It's nothing. I can't handle.
She is doing her best. Oh, Woklamat, I love you. You're great.
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
No, it's fine. She's doing great. Just leave her to it, Erinville.
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
Would I be correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
Aye, thick as thieves since we were little.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
Erinville, please. You're best friends. I can tell. Dude, lighten up.
I see.
He's so
All this
embarrassed.
time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead. Since ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long. The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace. But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy. Including myself, there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
A man who is too ambitious by half. Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural. While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
Oh.
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war. I can't allow it. No matter what, I must win this contest.
I see the
I
problem.
understand your reasons. But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it. The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies. That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well. And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tulihualal?
That's a resounding yes.
You don't need to decide right this moment. But I will need you if I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case, allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
That's very kind of you. Oh, and one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
She hungry. Okay, she's gone. Judging by Wukalamat's reaction, it appears Turali Kazin isn't excessively fiery. Whether Wukalamat has the makings of a ruler, I couldn't say, but I do know that she deeply cares for her nation and her people. Whether you choose to help her, though, is for you and you alone to decide. Think on it well. Now then, it's past time I reported our mission's success to the guild ship. I would have done so sooner, except Her Highness needed to have a royal meal. I shall come by the annex later. Till then. Caviar sandwich. I'll take that. Grohatia is mulling over what you have learned of Wukalamat and her plan. Well, I dare say we now have a fair grasp of Wukalamat's situation. Still, you have been afforded time to consider her invitation. Why not use it to learn more about Tural? Numamon is bound to have some information on the continent. It certainly wouldn't hurt to be more informed. Quite right. Not only would it help you to make an informed decision, but if you choose to go, you would better be prepared for what awaits. Come, my friend, let us be off to the archives. Ba 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 ba. What's the closest one? That would be the Studium. Do, 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 do. Pudding Way! What are you doing? He's just chilling. History, geography, botany. The public archives alone should suffice to provide a solid grounding on Tural. Let's see. It is impossible to adequately discuss Eorzean cuisine without speaking of that land from which many of our modern-day staples hail, the far western continent of Tural. Ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, even the ubiquitous popoto. These crops and more that regularly grace Eorzean dining tables trace their origins to the New World, as the place is known to most. The tale of this culinary immigration begins in the year 1498 of the Sixth Astral Era, when a Limincen sailor named Keteran Ram successfully traversed the Indigo Deep to arrive at the therefore unknown continent. Keteran Ram spent several moons exploring inland, in the course of which he encountered the denizens of the sprawling nation of Mamulja. He was even granted an audience with their supreme leader, whose confidence he won along with permission to roam freely. Keteran Ram would return to Tural several times, but during his first expedition he charted the land and gathered a myriad root vegetables and seeds to bring back to Limsa. The most notable of these was the popoto, whose ease of cultivation and nutritional value saw it quickly spread to all corners of Eorzea. Produce was far from the only bounty of Keteran Ram's expeditions to Tural. Many tantalizing recipes such as the bean-filled burrito and gripping legends such as that of the Golden City reached our shores by the way of ship. To those outside of Keteran Ram's circle, Tural largely remains shrouded in mystery. Yet its influence on our cuisine cannot be overstated. Many scholars, myself included, would relish the chance to immerse themselves in the culinary culture of that faraway continent. That's quite the mouthful. Water! Faded Tome. The flora and fauna of Tural. Every land has given rise to unique wildlife, and the continent of Tural is no exception. Yet while some of our creatures have become a familiar sight in Eorzea, many and more exist that I rarely see in this side of the Indigo Deep. This tome introduces a select variety of species as described in the testimonies of sailors and adventurers. Alpaca. Accustomed to Tural's craggy mountain ranges, this four-legged beastkin has been domesticated for seemingly hundreds, if not thousands, of years. Their soft white fleece is highly prized by weavers, while their strong legs and sure-footedness makes them capable beasts of burden. However, this ferocious scalekin is native to the dense jungles of Tural. The Mamulja have succeeded in taming them to utilize their prodigious strength for manual labor. Given their immense size and power, it should come as no surprise that the wyvern is also employed as a siege beast. Enemy fortifications cannot long withstand this horned brute's rampage. Valagarmanda. Turali folklore holds that this bird-like creature is the mightiest of beasts, and the very embodiment of nature's power. Whether it exists beyond myth, however, is uncertain. Try talk. Leather-bound book. Lines in the Sand, the geopolitics of Heidelin. Let us begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the three great continents in Tyrol. The former stretches from east to west, and lies entirely within the northern hemisphere. In contrast, the latter extends to the far reaches of both northern and southern hemispheres, and the difference immediately presents itself in the form of climate variance. Shifts in climate tend to be gentler when moving east and west, but harsher when moving north and south. Owing to this fact, longitudinal migration is far more common in history, whether it be by men, animals, or plants. A case in point is the Allegans, who rose to power in Aldenard before advancing east into Elsabard. Their movements would be mirrored thousands of years later by the Garlians. Meanwhile, although the disparate tribes of Tyrol waged war with one another for generations, stymied by the climate, none could make any great headway north or south. Tribes hailing from frozen lands withered beneath the desert sun, while those that thrived in open plains could not pierce dense jungle. Such was the way of it, until the leader of the Mamoja succeeded in bringing the continent under one banner. Given the land's divided history and the reason thereof, one cannot help but be in awe of this feat. Truly, it is a testament to the autarch's greatness. Did I say that right? I don't know. I'm not going back. Ba, 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 ba. Blue-covered book. Principles of blue magic and spell acquisition. Ooh. The origins of blue magic can be traced back to the esoteric practices of the Wallaki, a tribe in the distant continent of Tyrol. The tribe holds nature in the highest, and in seeking to cultivate a spiritual connection with it, they have learned to harness the power of the wildlife around them. In exchange for teaching them the common tongue, I was permitted to live amongst them and train in their ways. Those days were some of the most grueling I remember, but they were tremendously rewarding. For instance, I had the privilege of visiting Lapis Canyon, the tribe's sacred grounds. It is so named for the cerulean deposit that wells up to the surface, turning the entire canyon a brilliant heat blue. Under a shaman's watchful eye, I finally managed to master the Wallachi's art and make the animal's powers my own. As no name existed for it in the common tongue, I took the liberty of naming it Blue Magic. The reason I chose this color, as you will have doubtless gleaned, is for the significance it holds to the Wallaki. I cannot think of a name more fitting to honor the people from whom this noble magic was born. Having perused a wide selection of books relating to Tyrol, you are somewhat better informed about your potential destination. Gratiel will be eager to know what you have discovered. Should you wish to read these books again, speak with the reference page. Neat. Oh, Graha! Scoured the library to your satisfaction, have you? Excellent. While there are few books wholly dedicated to the subject of Tyrol, I dare say you found tidbits of useful information scattered here and there. But come, let's continue this outside. The mammoths do not take kindly to chatter. Ba 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 ba. Now then, I'm quite keen to hear your honest impressions. I couldn't help but notice that we read the very same book on cuisine. I was pleasantly surprised to find references to Tyrol within. Among them, did anything in particular pique your interest? I was rather taken with the tale of Ketan Ram. Ah yes, the renowned Laminsan explorer who traversed the Indigo Deep and discovered the unknown West. And his accomplishments didn't end there. He traveled Tyrol extensively and even forged a friendship with the Dawn Servant. If we were able to meet Kedan Ram, what things we could learn. Alas, all of this happened nigh 80 years ago, and he may no longer be alive to tell his tales. But moving on, did you perchance learn aught about the fauna of Tural? Given your adventuring background, I expect the topic would interest you. I've learned about wyvers. Ah yes, the great horned beasts kept by Mamul Jah, who unleashed them on fortified positions to devastating effect. Okay, but can we ride the alpacas and can they fly? Probably. Probably. That reminds me. I recall hearing that a few specimens were brought to Vilbrand not long ago. Perhaps it's possible to see them on the island. I thought I heard a familiar... Alice! I thought I heard familiar voices. Hey, you two! Fancy running into the two of you here. Well, have some research of your own, do you? Aye, we hope to arm ourselves with knowledge that may benefit the Garlean people. Having forged a new trade agreement with Razadhan, they will next look to foster relations with other nations. This includes former imperial provinces. In view of this, we hope to find hints in history on how neighbors of differing races and ideologies might engage with one another. My voice. And what of the two of you? What endeavor brings you here this day? Research! And thus we fill the twins in. A nation composed of the disparate peoples of Tural. I dare say this is precisely the kind of example we seek. We'll do well to read up on Tuliali ourselves. Tuliolo. La 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 la. The contest. Is Lily the only one allowed to help Woklamat? There was no mention of such restrictions, as I recall. On the contrary, Woklamat gave us the impression that she could have several champions. I think I know how to make the most of our respite. Follow me, Alphanal. We have planning to do. They're scheming. They're scheming. I feel like this is going to be the expansion where every name gets butchered. Yeah. Unfortunately, yes. Yes. It's like learning medical terminology all over again. I'll say, wait! It would seem our plans have changed, if you'll excuse me. They never could rest on their laurels. Come, let us return to the annex. Where am I going? Right, the annex. Oh, this way. What's he looking at? He's thinking about adventure.
Oh, it's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story. What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Worklamat's request?
I accept. I never say no to a new adventure.
Ha! I thought you might say that. With an intrepid attitude such as yours, I believe all shall be well. Be it the contest or something else, there will be many trials for you to overcome at your destination.
Read, please.
But in the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward. That's what adventurers do, is it not?
Yeah.
Such a journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Tural remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenor. The experiences to be had, all the things you might hear, feel, and think.
Graha, please.
It's enough to stir me to the core.
Hear, feel, think.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
Yeah.
Ah, but there's an idea. I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
What are you doing? Thancred! You sneaky son of a bitch! Just watch, he's gonna be up to his own schemes. Yeah, let's go. To the main hall. We wait. We wait.
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on then. Let's hear it.
We go! I've never been one to turn down an adventure. I'll do it.
Excellent. You'll be compensated for your troubles, of course. But I dare say your time in Tural will be its own reward.
Hell yeah.
You're not planning to leave without us, are you?
Here comes the cavalry!
Alphino, Alize! What are you two doing here?
We happened to cross paths at Numenon earlier, you see, and I told them about Wuklamat. And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
Ah, you must be the twins who are sneaking after Erenville's toads.
100 things about us you could have told her, and you chose that.
Gosh darn it, Erenville!
First impressions last.
They do.
Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphino Leveilleur at your service, and this is my sister Alize.
Oh no, let's not do that. I really can't stand titles. So, you want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
Indeed we do. We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors. We believe there is much we might learn from Tuliolal, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
Nonsense! Like I told you before, you're indispensable. They're strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers, and spare them grisly deaths. I can't think of anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
Huh.
As I recall, Kryl, you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
Perhaps I was. Still, I can't help but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet again.
You have nothing to worry about. I haven't forgotten how you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadal's legacy. It's only fair that I return the favor. Pray, leave the students to Ojika and me.
But, Raha...
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
Hmm? Aww.
Thank you, Raha. Thank you.
Well,
I'm surprised
looks
too.
like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
I suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora.
Map.
There. This, my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loperids. Cast your eyes west of Sharlayan, for there it lies. The site of your next great adventure, Tural.
Tural! Neat. Oh, the art! Oh, look at my boy! That's print material if there ever is any. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to skip this for now. What is that? I want to see this artwork. Dude. Oh, look at Stola. Ah, oh, Stydian! Look at you! This probably won't take too long. Ah, ta-ta! Ah, but nah. Xenos. Yeah, that didn't take too long. Oh, this I will. Yeah, this I will skip. Lest you wonder about your passage to Tural, Anvil will arrange a ship through his guild. You need only worry about your own preparations. Speaking of which, please take this with you. A rugged and ready knapsack. May it serve you well in your coming adventures. Now, I'm not sure when departure will be, but rest assured I'll let you know when I hear something. Till then, please take your ease. Knapsack! Meanwhile, in Limsa Laminsa.
When does the next ship set sail?
May I ask your destination?
The north and east, I've already seen. I suppose I'll head west this time.
West, you say?
Meanwhile, in Old Sharlayan. Thancred?
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
Indeed. It will be a grueling task, having to contend with them.
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition. Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
Aye. This will be a mission to remember.
Thancred, why are you looking at us? What the fuck? I mean, he could have been looking at Ariane J, but...
My friend, we make for Terral.
They're bros! Oh, cute. Lily just chilling.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north? The fabled golden cities of the New World?
Emmett did say they exist. It's time to see them. Weigh anchor now, the tide is high, and dawn of new adventure nigh. Row forth to break horizon's bond, and tread the gilded path beyond. Hell yeah. Pack. Pack. Where is it? Accessories. Pack.